Welcome to Thriving Thursday. We are going to focus on how to help people overcome things that might be annoying and bothersome and hold you back, keep you stuck throughout the year. So every week on Thursday, we'll do a new short topic on just some information that can help you and improve your life. So the first thing we want to talk about is the good and the bad. And the reason why I am bringing this up is because we had the last week of December was a pretty challenging week for me. A lot of things went very wrong, and I had been feeling great about 2022 and kind of feeling on top of the world. And then on Monday of the last week of the year, where I thought I was going to be able to relax and prep for 2023. None of that happened. Monday, I got the first call, which was a giant water leak in a brand new property. It sounded quite devastating. And then on Tuesday, I got the second call, which was a very, very bad appraisal, like really bad appraisal, which is highly unusual. We haven't seen anything like this for a while. And it was a house that we were flipping. I was flipping with a friend that was going to essentially cover all my expenses for the whole year and then some. And so we just had it felt like to me like the whole world was just caving in, like, and it felt like it was negating every good thing that I had done throughout the whole year of 2022. And because of, number one, the timing of it, number two, the fact that they were kind of happening all at the same time. And then I noticed that I was processing things more negatively, and I could pick up on it when I'm driving in my head. I'm just processing, and I realized how negative my self-talk had gotten just because of it was two things. They were big. They were really big things. But still, I shouldn't be eliminating all of the good that happened for the entire year just because of two bad things. And I started to speak to myself, negative things that I guess I'm not that good as I thought I was, just whatever. I never remember what they are because your brain processes them so fast. And I was thinking about that process of integration of the good and the bad, and how I've had to learn this, and I'm happy that I did learn it, but it was interesting how fast it dissipated when a lot of bad stuff was going on. And so the process of integrating the good and the bad, what that is in personal development, in human development, it's your ability to recognize and hold that there are good things that happen, or there are good things in people. There's good things in yourself and in others. And at the same time, hold and recognize that bad things can happen. There are things that you will do that that are bad. I'm not always a good person. Other people aren't always good people towards you. They might do something that's hurtful to you. And so how can you balance? There's a lot of good and a lot of bad at the same time. And how can it be both, right? How can it be both? And that's one of those character development things that I've noticed is missed. It doesn't get learned when we're young. I don't know why that is, but I've had to learn it. A lot of people around me have had to learn it. I noticed that I had to teach my kids that. I didn't realize that's what I was doing, but we have a lot of struggle with it in upper elementary and junior high age. It kind of seems like that's where we get stuck, maybe. And it's a really hard thing to learn, and it helps us to regulate our emotions when we can recognize that both can exist at the same time. And so, what happens when we get this understanding and we internalize it is we don't have this up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, which is something really good happened. Okay, something really bad happened. Okay, something really good happened. Right? And so every time something really good happens, I feel good emotionally and everything's good and I'm a good person. But when something really bad happens, which is, that's what I was processing. Okay, I guess I'm not, then all the negative self-talk. And then something good happens, you're like, oh, right, here I'm great again. No, let's keep you even so you don't have those highs. The highs are great, right? But the lows are not. And so how do we keep you in the middle so that you're just, right? So when we can lower the length of the distance between your highs and your lows, that is a much higher emotional intelligence person. And that's where you want to get to. So when I have a high is great, but it doesn't put me on top of the mountaintop and everything's good, only to have me plummeting to the bottom of this valley when something bad happens. And so I noticed that I was pretty up towards the end of the year, and then I was kind of down, but my distance was not that great. And so my ability to recover, when I recognized what was happening, my ability to recover got me right back on an even keel. And I had to have some more self-talk, intentional self-talk. I'm like, okay, you know what? I still did some really good things this year. These were the great things that I did. And even though this was pretty rough, it was a pretty rough lessons to learn, but what lessons did I learn and how can I proceed with that? So I hope that helps everybody, and just noticing for yourself what's going on with you. And I just wish you all the best for 2023, 2023, and go live your life of abundance.